Today we're going to kind of get back to our roots. You know, we had originally started with Motivation Mondays, Testosterone Tuesday, Weight Loss Wednesdays, and we're going to pick up back with Weight Loss Wednesday today. And what I want to do is go over a couple of little hacks that whether you're a female or a male, you could use to amplify your fat loss. Seems like summertime is a time that everybody's getting ready to burn fat. They're like, you know what, golly man, it crept up on me quickly. I didn't cut. I didn't lose weight, I didn't burn fat as effectively as I should. What do I do now? You know, and everybody's kind of in that point. I know a few people out there who are going full out keto and they're like never done keto in their lives and they're just like, yeah man, I'm gonna do keto and see what happens. You know, baby steps guys. But you know, regardless, whatever you are doing, you know, whether it's keto, whether it's just an optimization diet, whether it's something I recommend, which is kind of just a balanced approach, moderate to high protein, moderate carbs. You know, if you want a program that works every time, this is just real off the cuff. Just write this down. It's very simple. You know, 1 gram per pound of body weight per day divided over 5 meals. You know, if you weigh 180 pounds, 180 grams, you know, divided over 5 meals, that's what, 45 grams, something like that. Carbohydrates, right about the same. Maybe about 0.75 times every pound of body weight, just a little bit lower than your total body weight. In fact, just keep your fat low. You can take essential fats, you know, stuff that comes from fish, salmon, your EFAs, natural peanut butter, natural almond butter, but overall, just kind of try to keep your saturated fat low. So that's a simple, balanced approach that works every single time. And it's kind of, I just think it's a lot easier and a lot more long-term to do a very balanced approach than just to go all out real quick. But that's not the topic of today's live feed, Instagram Live, Facebook Live, and YouTube. Today, I want to give you 2 hacks that'll help you out. And whether you're dieting or you're trying to do a lot extra cardio, whatever you're doing, as long as you're trying to lose body fat, these 2 hacks will help you tremendously. Now remember, if you get a chance, visit us at thepureline.com, www.thepureline.com. Also, give us a call on our toll-free number, 1-800-632-1402. We've got guys standing by from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. pretty much every day. They can answer your questions, build a program for you, help you with your fat loss needs. And if you have any questions, you don't like talking on the phone like me, you just don't answer your phone, email us, info@thepureline.com, and we'll get you taken care of. So now, the first hack that I wanted to talk about is, what if I told you there was a way to take all the carbohydrates you were eating and have a majority of them be shuttled into the muscle to be used as fuel? Well, there is. And actually, I want to say about 4 to 5 months ago, we released a compound called Transport GDA. And essentially what Transport was, it's something we call a glucose disposal agent. And what glucose disposal agents do is they effectively help the body utilize carbohydrate and sugar more efficiently. So let me give you an example. Let's say it's Friday night. You've been doing good Monday through Thursday, your diet's been clean, you've been doing your cardio, you've been going and hitting that spin class, whatever it is you do. And then Friday, you know what? You're gonna go out, you're gonna go to a nice steakhouse with your husband, your boyfriend, or your wife or girlfriend, whatever, and you know, you decide, I'm gonna have a steak, I'm gonna have some mashed potatoes, I'm gonna have a little bit of bread, and then I'm gonna go all in on that chocolate dessert with a little bit of ice cream on top. Now you're gonna do it. You just know you're gonna do it because that's the nature of human beings. We enjoy, you know, mouth satisfaction. We're gonna do that. So how can you eliminate some of those carbs and sugars, or how can you divert some of those from being stored as body fat and instead help them be shuttled into fuel and help them be utilized more for energy when you work out Saturday or Sunday? And the key to that is something we call Transport. Transport is a glucose disposal agent. Essentially what you do is you take about 3 capsules about 20 to 30 minutes before you go out and you have this meal, or your cheat meal, or your weekend enjoyment meal, whatever you call it. And what it will do is help shuttle some of those carbohydrates, I didn't say all, but I'd say a good portion, let's say 40 to 50%, which is better than none at all, into lean muscle tissue to be utilized for energy when you work out. Now that's a great deal. I mean, basically you're getting away with eating some carbs and some sugars for free. Now this is a very clean compound, and what it also does, a good thing about it, is it also regulates blood sugar. It helps blood sugar stay at a stable point throughout your meal, so you're not having those spikes and you're just feeling high and feeling low. And it helps the body use sugar more efficiently, and that is number one. That's the key. So Transport would be a good product, or any glucose disposal agent that has clear label facts of what it has in it. You can actually see the ingredients like you can on Transport. That's a great product to use, and it'll kind of divert some of those carbs from being stored as body fat. It'll help keep those cheat meals in check. And heck, I tell you what, if you're a guy and you're trying to build muscle, sometimes those cheat meals aren't bad. You know, sometimes you need them for growth. You need that insulin response. You need, you know, that extra calories, and those extra calories to help you grow. So what you'd like to do is take these before that meal as well to help get more carbs into the muscle so you can lift better. You can have a better training session the next day. So that's hack number one, is utilizing something like Transport. And I should also say, for all those of you out there who do not like stimulants, you know, because there are a lot of people who are sensitive to caffeine and some of the more popular stimulants that are in fat burners and fat loss products. Transport's completely stim-free, so you don't have to worry about feeling a certain way. You could take this at night, 8:30, 9 o'clock before your last meal, and have no issues sleeping at all. So that's hack number one. Now, hack number two is something that's kind of cool because it's not really talked about as much as it was, I'd say 10 to 15 years ago. And the product, the compound, is CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, which, by the way, if you have used or are using CLA, make sure that it is 80% CLA by volume. If it's not, then you're not getting enough true CLA to actually produce the fat loss effect that you're looking for. Now, this is an older product. You know, essentially it's an omega-6 fatty acid, and it's been around for quite a while. The problem is nobody really was able to use it or use it in the dosages, the dosage high enough to get the fat loss effect that we are seeing now. And typically that was because about 10 to 12 years ago it was an extremely expensive product. Now prices have come down and people are able to use the dosage necessary, which is around 3 grams per day, to get the actual results in fat loss that you're looking for. Now, how does it work? You know, a lot of people say, well, what does CLA do? We know it's a fat, we know it comes from meat and other fish oils, but what does it do and how does it actually work in the body? There's a lot of different studies that have been done with CLA. In fact, you could possibly say that CLA is one of the most heavily studied fat loss compounds in the world, and more so than caffeine, possibly. And what the primary factor that everybody kind of pulls from that research is that it regulates the enzymes responsible for increasing fat cell size or inflammation. So essentially what it does is help keep fat cells smaller and or shrink them as time goes on so that you can burn that fat more effectively through exercise and diet. Very interesting, but it just seems to have a really good effect on fat loss when used for a long period of time. Now, I will say CLA isn't something that you're just going to jump into and say, hey, in 7 days, you know, I lost 7 pounds or 4 pounds or whatever. It just doesn't happen. And in fact, if you do lose 4 or 5 pounds in the first week, the chances are it's probably more from water weight and your diet than it would be from actually the CLA linoleic acid compound. But what we are finding is that when taken for periods of 12 weeks, 16 weeks, 20 weeks, 24 weeks, it really helps increase the fat loss over that period of time. And again, one of the great things about it is that, like Transport, it has 0 stimulants. It's a fatty acid. So the nice thing is you can take it before bed, throughout the day, not feel weird. Safe for anybody from 18 to 80, and actually has a lot of positive beneficial health effects on the body, the heart, and the overall wellness of your system. So CLA is another kind of new, well, I wouldn't say new, but it's a hack that we've used for quite some time. I use it a lot with competitors, people who are actually getting ready to step on stage, whether it's competing in a bodybuilding, a fitness, a physique show, all that kind of stuff. You know, CLA is kind of just a nice little compound to have in there at all times that would help them get a better result, and a much better result as opposed to had they not taking it at all. So 2 quick fat loss hacks for you today. Transport, which is a glucose disposal agent. Again, that will help you burn calories more effectively. You can eat a few more carbs and have those carbs shuttle into the muscle to be burned as energy. And CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, which we know reduces inflammation of the fat cell and stops the fat cell from being inflamed. So 2 really great ways to burn fat. Of course, none of these work without diet and exercise. And along those lines, guys, we are fixing to drop a new 56-day weight loss challenge. If you guys are near one of our stores in Texas, McAllen, Texas, Brownsville, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, Austin, Texas, drop by. Starting June 11th, we will be enrolling people for the next 56-day weight loss challenge with $1,000 grand prizes. We also are going to have grand prizes for trainers who train people who are in or win the challenge. So a lot of cool stuff. You can go to the website 56dayweightlosschallenge.com. I'm sure somebody put it down in the notes because I'm not exactly sure that's the site. But it will start July 8th. Is that right? Is it July or?
July 8th.
July 8th. And it'll be a 56-day challenge. I find that 8 weeks is about the maximum time and a good amount of time. It's not too long. It's just a good amount of time for people to start seeing really good changes in their body composition. And we do it all based on body fat percentage loss. So it's not about, you know, somebody looks good when they start and looks better when they finish, or they're lean or ripped. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the amount of body fat percentage loss. So that makes it fair for everybody. So check that out, guys. Go by your local Pureline 56-day weight loss challenge. We will be starting that soon. And aside from that, make sure and visit our website, thepureline.com. If you have any questions for us, make sure and email us at info@thepureline.com. And at the same time, we're always there for you at 1-800-632-1402. Guys, I hope you're having a fabulous week. We certainly are. And if you need anything, let us know. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Tell your friends about it, just for good nutrition and supplement advice. We appreciate it. And if you're watching this on social media, make sure and like this and share it with your friend. Leave a comment. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Out.